It definitely feels to me like they didn't intend for this to be an actual hideout for people, but then like halfway through they're like, you know what, this would make a good hideout place. Like, it makes the most sense. And they just decided to do it. Because like this place is like so freaking big, and like having to explore like every little spot is just kind of ridiculous. But I like it. It's definitely like, I get Mass Effect vibes from this. I get Sequoian vibes from this, and just makes me happy. Like, probably more Sequoian than Mass Effect, but like the fact that they're like all there in the corner to like talk to your people, that's more Mass Effect. But like Sequoian is definitely the one that's like, hey, like, we're gonna find a place for you and we're gonna make it your own. And that I absolutely love. Sequoian is such a fascinating series for sure, because of what it does. Am I going the right way? I hope I am. But yeah, if y'all haven't played Sequoian, I would definitely suggest it for sure. I don't think it's better than the Tales of Berseria. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't think it is, not 1 or 2. Or 1 and 2 combined, or even 3, or... I haven't played 4, but I haven't heard a lot of things in comparison, as well as 5, haven't heard a lot of things. I went the wrong way. God dang it. Having to find the right ways. It's gotten hard sometimes. This way, then? I'm just gonna go up. That doesn't feel right. Yeah, see, this is the correct way. We're going the wrong way some more. Oh. I'll never be able to leave this spot. Never, I tell you. Never. Oh, jeez. I think I went that way, so let's go over here. Then through here. Then all the way over here. So this is where I made the wrong turn. I was supposed to go this way. There we go. Oh, no, wrong way. This way. There we go.
Our next target is north of Helives, near the Faldes ruins. In light of everything we know, I'd say it's highly likely we'll find a Therian there.
Let's hope.
Then we should make our first stop, Port Helives.
With the mischief we got into last time, getting into the city might prove difficult.
Benwick, how are things in Helives right now?
That shipping guild that used to handle our mooring is pretty much toast. But for some reason, the Abbey isn't watching the port as much as they once were. Unfamiliar ships have been hauling in relief supplies, so if we pose as one of the transport ships, I think we can slip in. And if we divert some supplies to an unofficial channel, we might be able to secure a new mooring partner.
Smuggling in relief supplies for our own disaster. Cheeky bastards, aren't we?
That's what'll get us in.
That much is true. It's a plan.
Roger. I'll get right on it.
Thought his name was Benwick, but okay.
Hey, Eleanor. Abbey exorcists don't pray to their tethered Malachim, do they?
You mean something besides our oaths?
An oath is a magical formula that grants you power in exchange for binding you to a rule, right?
Yes, though that is simplifying it a bit.
When Malachim receive human prayers, they bestow their blessings upon people and nature. Eisen told me that we Malachim grow stronger when humans pray to us.
Prayers and blessings? I've never heard of that. I used to think the same way as the other exorcists. Malachim are merely tools that allow us the use of arts.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
But Innominat is different. The exorcists all worship him. They have faith in his mighty power. And not only that, the people of this nation pray to the Empyrean for salvation, just as Artorias instructs them.
Ah, I get it now.
See the wheels turning, do you, kiddo?
Huh?
Artorias founded the Abbey within the existing Church of the Empyreans, so that he could direct the people's thoughts towards Innominat, so that even while they lionize Artorias as their savior, they are made aware of Innominat's presence behind him.
Everyone starts believing in Innominat. The prayers of the entire world go to him, becoming his power.
After the centuries-long decline of Empyrean worship, he becomes stronger than anyone today could imagine.
The pieces do fit. Oaths, prayers, blessings, the demon blight. So much in this world is affected by matters of the heart. They hold magical power, both effective and meddlesome.
We are truly going up against the rest of the entire world, aren't we?
Don't look so troubled, Eleanor. I'm gonna do my best to get stronger, so believe in me. I am a Moloch after all.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Laphicet, you've become so brave so quickly.
Have I?
But you're still cute when you get embarrassed.
Hey, why is your face so red?
Huh? My face isn't red.
Uh-oh. Big sister time. These little glasses.
Hey, Eisen. What's it feel like to get a letter?
I don't feel anything, nor do I want or need to. There's no joy in receiving these things.
Huh? Why not?
Don't be so shocked. Look, it's just an invoice from the turtles. What's the big deal anyway? Do you wish you get letters too?
Yeah. But I don't have anyone to send letters to. Let alone anyone who would send me any.
Laphicet, I've got a letter for you.
What? Really? Who could it be from? The sender is... Bienfu?
Yep. You got a letter from yours truly. I figured you'd be wanting someone to send you a letter right about now, so I wrote one up for you. What do you think? You're happy, right?
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Bienfu.
I'll even read it for you. Ahem.
Oh my god.
Dear Moloch Laphicet, I hope that this letter finds you in good health and high spirits. Thankfully, I'm doing well myself, with no major changes to report.
Bienfu's taking all this so seriously. It's so rare to actually see him like this.
As you're aware, I've been spending my days ironing Magilou's outfits, sewing her buttons, and washing her hat and tremendously long socks. Recently, however, I made the mistake of remarking to her that she might not have been quite as slender as she once was in her younger years. She hung me upside down from the roof in the middle of the cold. I nearly became a frozen Normansicle. It was so horrible that I couldn't stop my tears from flowing down my little cheeks.
There's the Bienfu we know and love.
But all you wrote about in that letter was yourself. And you even read it out loud yourself.
That's okay. Thanks, Bienfu. It feels nice to get a letter.
That's so kind of you to say. I think I might cry again.
I love it when he says bien. It's just so funny to me because he's always like crying. Oh, it's fantastic. What are y'all doing?
We've loaded everything bound for Helaviz. With that much trade, I doubt anyone will suspect us.
Any idea who can give us cover for docking?
Not anyone in particular, but recently the power and influence of the Helaviz Fishermen's Guild has caught my eye.
The Fishermen's Guild, huh? Let's bring them some extra relief supplies. Fuel, drink, and as for the drink...
12-year-old amber draft. The sailors of Helaviz have an eye for the stuff.
You heard that from Dial, I take it. He's got a sharp eye.
He took a bottle in payments, but I say we turn a blind eye to it. We thought we were the best at this kind of thing, but having him around has been a real eye-opener.
Okay, but tell him if he takes a second, he'll pay for it. Eye for an eye.
Aye, aye. I'll keep an eye on him so that he doesn't sneak off with another bottle.
Dial may be a demon, but I don't mind having him around. Listen to me, praising a demon. Is that too, Scourgulous? Scourgulous, even for a pirate? Mayhaps it be. Yeah, we're good with all those little things. Wait, is there another one? Over here? No, okay, I'm just being crazy. What up, Twink?
The supplies are loaded. We can make for Helaviz whenever you want.
That was fast.
If we weren't hard workers, we wouldn't be sailors.
I mean, that is kind of true. What are y'all doing?
Eleanor!
Aw, sweetheart.
Oh, what's wrong, Kamoana?
She said she had a dream about her mom.
When Mommy saw me, she said I looked scary. That she didn't want a scary little girl like me.
Oh, sweetheart.
Your mother would never say that, sweetheart.
Why? Why are you doing this to me? Like, I genuinely don't know what's happening. I just want to watch this and it won't let me.
Oh, this is the part I hate about little kids.
I'm not a little kid. I hate you, Velvet. I hate you.
That's right, let it all out.
Stop it! Stop it! Mommy! I saw my mommy! She didn't want me.
Oh my god. Could you not, game? Oh god, oh, please.
She managed to cry herself to sleep.
They're not rational creatures. Sometimes you just gotta let them cry it out.
You seem used to it.
I guess you could say that. Laffy usually kept himself together when he was younger. But when he was really little, he had times like this every now and then. And on that note, let's take off all we can.
My liege, Dial, I leave Kamoana in your care.
I'll do what I can, but kids as sweet and honest as her...
Why are you like this? Why is it like this? God, it's doing it. Why are you doing this? I'm trying to move it so it just is better about this, but like, fuck. Oh my god. It just keeps doing it. Why does it keep doing this? So that's another thing I have to worry about with this Elgato. God, I got a bad one. I know that I did. Breathe. Yes, I'm trying to breathe. This is not the same.
I do hope Kamoana isn't crying anymore.
Yeah.
Shush.
How long is it going to be before you send in another exorcist to replace Lady Teresa?
With these demons clamoring at our gates, none of us feel safe anymore.
You have our deepest sympathies, but we were sent here on a different mission.
That's what the last exorcist who came here said. What could be up there that's worth all that attention?
Surely we're not all being punished by the Abbey for what happened with Medusa, are we?
That is not the case. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have business to attend to.
So the exorcists are just passing through town and heading straight north. Odd.
Is it really? They tend to be just about themselves all the time. Okay, so let's grab this. That's good. It seems for now that it's gonna be okay. Good God. Just all over the place, man. Let's see here. Yeah, they're just little pirates all over the place. What are you doing? The shortage of flamestone around the capital is reaching critical levels. Exorcists are using their arts to help where they can, but will it be enough? Only place you can find this stuff is in Mount Kilarus. But if the port isn't rebuilt, then bad things will happen. Because, like, I imagine that it has something to do with an HDMI cable somewhere.
Ever since the Calamity showed up, Everything's just gone to pot, I say.
Calamity? What do you mean?
I mean the demon who barged in and made a mess of our fair city. She's a nasty creature of pure evil, with an arm that eats anything that gets in her way.
Haven't you heard of her? The Calamity's been rampaging across the whole kingdom, not just here. Scant few have seen her and survived.
Huh. You don't say.
After the Calamity raised our ships and our port, the shipping guild fell apart, and our trade routes got poached by other ports. It's bad. The town relies on trade to make ends meet.
People are abandoning the city, and our streets are no longer safe. Not to mention the demon blight spreading again. Just the other day, a little kid turned into a demon. Just like that. What a world! What a world!
What have the exorcists been doing during all of this?
Well, Lady Teresa was in charge of this region, but she came up short against the Calamity and got a fat demotion for her troubles. Several new exorcists have been reassigned here, but once they arrive, they all traipse right off to the ruins up north.
This has to be Medissa's fault. If she hadn't gone and done something so stupid...
Medissa?
That's enough. This isn't something for outsiders
Let me
to
guess,
know.
Medissa's the new demon
You're right.
now.
Sorry. I'm really worried about what's going to come of this town.
It sounds like Hellafeast isn't what it used to be these days.
We need to ask around and find out more about what's going on here.
Agreed. Especially regarding the Abbey and those ruins. I'm also curious about this Medissa woman.
The ruins part makes sense, since the Earth Pulse point might be there. But why do you care who Medissa is?
Just a hunch. Something tells me she's worth looking into.
You're not gonna look into this Calamity chick? She sounds like a real terror.
True that.
Yeah, I think I'll pass. I already know plenty about what makes her tick.
Yep, she's all kinds of angry.
Are you all right, Madam Eleanor? Don't let those people get you down.
I'm fine. Thank you for your concern. But could you not do that thing where you blow air on me to dry my tears?
All right, I'll just pat your head then.
That won't be necessary either.
She's growing up.
But really, things are in a terrible state.
The town burned, the guild ruined, the abbey all but gone. It won't be a functioning port for some time.
You can't fault them for being upset. They had it real good here until we came along. Those Hellavesians were like spoiled children.
How so?
Eloise was once a tiny fishing village. The bountiful northern seas provided plenty enough fish to sustain their trade. But Flamestone gave them an easy way to get rich. And once they got a taste, they abandoned their old craft.
And now they're paying the price. But I've heard that the cooling temperature has covered half the northern sea in ice drift, making fishing much more difficult.
But the drifting ice carries tiny organisms, enriching the waters where it melts. The fish should be more plentiful than ever.
I suppose you may have a point.
We're ones to talk after what we did, but taking the easy path, then complaining as soon as it gets hard, that seems...
Spoiled, yes.
You said it, Laphicet.
I think my appetite's getting a little overindulgent, too.
That's not a bad thing. Just means you're healthy.
Giant squid come to these waters in this season. Should I ask Benwick to fish some up?
Yeah, and some normal octopuses, too.
Oh my goodness.
This calamity is... us, isn't it?
Well, we've been waging war with the Abbey everywhere we go, and now we're about to take it to a new level.
If we pull the next Therian off of the Earth Pulse point, it'll likely be Kamoana's village all over again.
The same devastation?
Ooh. I wonder if there's something worse than Calamity that they can call us.
This is no laughing matter.
People turn into demons in part due to their own malevolence. It's not like they're entirely innocent. But if there's someone out there who's being forced to act as Inominat's mouth, like Kamoana was, isn't saving them the right thing to do?
I cannot argue with that, but...
You don't have to worry. I'm the one who will devour the barrier. And I'm the one who will do what needs to be done.
See, look at that. This is the reason why I shipped Eleanor and Velvet. Because Velvet's just like, yeah, I'll do what it takes because that's what needs to be done. And Eleanor's like, I'm not so sure. Like, I want to be goody-goody.
The demon attacks have ground trade to a halt. But people are slowly starting to fish again.
Are
Are you a fisherman too?
This town got swept up in the recent trade boom. But back when I was a young lad, this was a fishing port through and through. Ever since the shipping guild took over the docks, all of us fishermen got muscled out. Making this a commercial port has helped the town grow. But a lot of people weren't so happy with the guild.
It's too bad everyone couldn't just work together.
Once money gets involved, people change. That's true no matter what age you live in. The people know it's the ones making the money who lead the charge. But we follow anyway. It's human nature. I hope everyone changes their minds once we start rebuilding. But who knows what will happen.
If demon blight keeps spreading like this, it won't matter how hard we try to rebuild. Nah, we'll find a way to make it happen. I'm well connected, so I'll be able to get my hands on the dosh we need. No problem. Is that so? Get your hand on some dosh, eh? What are you doing, mister? We finally got a seaworthy ship, and all the others had to be scrapped. Those damn demons. Don't they understand that ships are a sailor's livelihood? Isn't that what makes them demons? Yes, it is. The fact that we hate ships so much. It's fantastic. It seems like whatever I did seemed to have, like, stopped it or something. I don't know. I hope it did. Oh god, there's so many places. Yeah, we're not, like, on together. Oh, okay. Why are y'all like this over here? Shoot. Just look around a bit. Starlight, what are you doing?
Hey, do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sorry, I'm busy. Try someone else.
Excuse me. My name is Eleanor, and I'm an exorcist on patrol with the Abbey. I was wondering if I could solicit your honest opinion about how this town is being run.
Oh, I didn't realize there was an exorcist with you. Yes, please tell the Abbey we want Lady Teresa back. Her governance was strict, it's true, but at least we could live in safety. Now, all the exorcists run off to the Faldi's ruins and leave us here in the lurch. They value some dusty, faraway ruins over the lives of the good, hardworking citizens here. It's just wrong. We've always been cooperative with the Abbey's demands, and now this is what we get in return.
I see. The Abbey appreciates your, candor. I'll pass your comments on to my superiors.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping nothing bad happens anymore, New Gamer Girl. I really hope not. First and foremost, they have to protect decent citizens like us. Isn't that their duty as exorcists? I mean, their duty as exorcists is just follow whatever the hell the Abbey's about. They ain't about the greater good, y'all. They only say that to make you feel happy. Now, is there a geomite somewhere? Because it does go on the map, but I can't find it. What are you doing?
First it was the sailors, and then even a small girl caught the demon blight. I was sure it was going to start spreading through this town as well, but then after that incident, it just went poof and disappeared. I guess I was expecting a little more after hearing how contagious it was. I wonder what really causes it.
Who knows?
I heard of this one village in East Gand where everyone caught it at once. It wiped out the entire town. I hope the Abbey develops a cure quickly. I can't wait for the day where we can live without fear.
It will never come, lady. If only I had a cure for demon blight, I'd make a king's ransom selling it. It's kind of part of the problem. Like if there be a vaccine for the coronavirus. That's a more greater good thing than it is like, hey, I'm gonna get profit. Like at most, like a nation should pay for it and that's it. Because like it should be free for everyone. That's how a lot of these things should go. But people just think money, money, money is all they need. And then they just go off singing to Parappa.
Poor Medusa.
Are you a friend of hers?
Yeah, she used to live just down the road from me. Medusa raised her daughter Diana all on her own. And then they up and murdered the girl.
Murdered? By whom?
The exorcists. Once Diana caught the demon blight, the damned Abbey exterminated her like a rat.
How cruel.
I felt just terrible, but I suppose there wasn't much else to be done with her. But Medusa, she hated the Abbey for what they'd done, so she barricaded herself inside the sanctuary. She just kept on screaming, all like, demons have feelings too.
What happened after that?
I wouldn't have been surprised to see her executed, but luckily, she was spared.
Oh,
that
she wasn't
much.
spared,
An
sweetheart.
exorcist stopped the guard who was about to cut her down. Said, "Don't kill her. She's receptive."
Receptive, huh?
I think that's their way of referring to her deep faith. Before all this, she was a real devout lady.
That was certainly kind of them.
Medusa really cherished her daughter. Can't much blame her for blowing up like that.
Oh,
But
so we're
the
gonna get a
Abbey,
mother now,
They don't
and the
care
mother
so
will
much
help.
about feelings.
Oh, okay, that'll be sweet.
Reason is all that matters to them. They don't take kindly to people disrupting their order.
Yes, they do not. Hope Medusa has it in her to repent. Well, I definitely hope that we get some more found family trope, baby. That's what it sounds like to me. Do we have to, like, go all the way? I think we do. Where's the stupid ladder? Give me a ladder! I need a ladder! I need one bad. I want my G emote. I want to be able to surf USA over here. Where is it? I know there's somewhere around here. I just don't really know where. Gotta go find it. Gotta go find it. Gotta go find it. So it seems like that's the usual telltale signs of everything. Is that, like, good people just try and help out other people, and then, like, the Abbey's like, hey, this person has like a heart. Let's go ahead and turn them into some sort of demon. That way we could make them turn into a Therian. Eh?
Come, sinner, and repent your wicked deeds.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, you, with those eyes that would belong on the Reaper's face.
Oh?
I'm sorry for bothering you, sir. If you don't have anything you need to confess, that's fine.
No, actually, there is one thing I'd like to get off my chest.
Of course. Go right on ahead.
This all happened a long time ago. But this Turtles brought over a painting by the master artist Beryl Benito. It was a gorgeous work of art. Too beautiful for words. The price was a little steep, but I couldn't help myself. Only later, I found out it was a total fake.
So, you want to repent for letting yourself be guided by worldly desires?
No, buying it was my decision. I don't have any regrets. Even if the painting itself was fake, my heartfelt admiration for its beauty was real.
What are you going on about?
Did you say something?
No. Then for what do you wish to repent?
The truth is, when I saw that painting, I didn't have enough money on me. So I swiped 100 gold from my little sister's hidden savings.
Oh no!
That's the one part I wish I'd done differently.
Oh!
I see. Fear not, my son. No matter what the Empyreans may decide, I know your sister would forgive you.
I hope so.
Oh, that's so sad to hear, Eisen. Why would you do that to your little sister?
Come, sinner, and repent.
Repent, sinner!
Deeds.
I love this stupid
Do you
ass man.
mean me?
Yes. Or at least I would. But perhaps you're too young to have done anything to repent.
No. There is something. I've kept it a secret so far, but I'll confess it now.
And I shall listen, my son.
Not too long ago, I found a slug in the forest. And I read in a book that if you sprinkle salt on a slug, it'll shrink.
Oh,
I
dear.
wanted to try it out for myself.
So you sprinkled salt on the slug. It's true, that was not a good act. But if the experience taught you to respect life and its fragility, then the slug's sacrifice was not in vain, and...
No, that's not what happened. I messed up and I put sugar on the slug, not salt. And then the sugar attracted a whole bunch of ants to the slug. And it was awful.
Oh my god. Oh, Ivan's story about his little sister?
Slug.
Yeah, that does sound like a story from the Great Depression.
Deserve that.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Oh.
It was all a terrible
God dang,
accident.
this priest is not good at repenting sinners.
One more thing. I wanted to see what would happen if I poured sugar water down an anthill.
Oh my god, Lavisa, what are you doing?
I'm sorry to you too, ants.
Oh my god.
Kids can sure be weirdly cruel sometimes.
That's what curiosity gets you. You get cruel kids. I must be forgiving. I remember doing the same thing. Oh yeah, I used to love just like kicking ant hills. That was fun for me. I didn't really like get rid of them though. Like I didn't do it like most people would. Where is this like ladder? I know they have ladders to go up things. I'm so annoyed. I want to just go up. Let me have uppies. Ah, game. Maybe I have to do it this way. Go over here like so. I just want my surfboard. There's the ladder. Gotcha, bitch. Alright, this should be able to get us towards where we want us to go. There it is! I found you, faker! Alright, so there's that there. We've already been over here. We've already done all of that little stuff. Whee! Whee! Oh, it's like right here. Can we play this mess? Or can we just like walk down it? I think we could just go down it. Yeah, we could just go down it. There is no ladder there. Fair enough. As long as I get me surfing times. That's all I wanted, really. Alright, so what is over here? Tavern times? What up, tavern baby? What do you got for us? It's a new thing. Oh yeah, look at that thing. That is Angie. Use a drop rate of equipment worn by a character on normal mode. Oh, we should definitely want to get that. Okay, cool. What are you doing?
Hi! I was wondering if you'd let us put on a little comedy show. What do you say?
Sounds good to me. Just try and keep it low-key. I don't want to attract the Abbey's attention.
Ha! That's a tall order. Wherever we go, the boy and I have him rolling in the aisles.
The boy? Wait, you mean me?
Oh my god.
Sure do.
Lavi said and Magilu are gonna be a comedy
Don't sweat
act.
it. Even if you mess up, you'll be adorable. The audience will just lap it up. Did you memorize the script I wrote you?
Yeah, I think so.
Great! I knew you could do it.
So Velvet
but if you
had
merely follow the
stage
script and adhere
fright.
to its every word, you
So
won't be
what
very
will Lavi
funny.
said do?
You need to ad-lib in your own style. For you, that's buttering up the audience and winning them over.
Ad-lib? I'm not sure I can do that.
I have faith in you, kiddo. You're gonna discover a part of you that you never knew existed. Just focus on finding ways to charm our audience.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Oh, right! Then let's get this show rolling! Hi there! We're A Boy and His Witch, your partners in comedy today! Magicazam!
We're still new to the comedy business, but we'll do our best to give you a memorable show. I'm Fee, the cute one, and this blustering witch is...
Magilu! Wait, who are you calling blustering?
Meow!
What?
Sorry, I just suddenly felt like doing an imitation.
An imitation? Like, of a cat?
Not just any cat, a nearby cat. Meow!
Oh my god. This is such a stupid joke.
You're losing them. Time to go on our charm offensive. Roll with it, kiddo. Every slip up is just a new opportunity in disguise.
See? It's supposed to be a pun on how cats sound and how near is pronounced. I didn't actually hear a nearby cat meow like that or anything.
He's explaining the joke. Of course he would.
I
Are you going crazy, Laphicet? What good does explaining a bad joke do?
But you told me to ad-lib to try and win our audience over, didn't you? I figured maybe if I explained it to them, they'd get the joke and find it funny.
Just stop. Even if they get the joke that way, it's just going to be sad.
I don't mind that. I'm not afraid of messing things up. I just want to make sure our audience feels valued.
No, you have the right idea, but...
I guess I should mention, Moggy Lou's the one who came up with the script. She just made me come and act it out.
I don't care if it made the audience happy, you just sold me out! I can't work with you like this. No way! I'd say we got a lot of ad-libbing into our routine today. How was the show?
I'll just say one thing. You need a better writer.
It wasn't me.
Oh, I did not want to talk to you.
Demons rampaging through our towns. Northgan's really had a string of bad luck. The weather's gotten even colder. Mercio's port is blocked by an ice drift, and hardly anyone sails the North Seas anymore.
But relief supplies have made it up here, right?
It may fill our bellies, but not our hearts.
Huh?
If the Abbey truly wants to save this town, there's something we need more than food or gold. Lady Teresa!
Anti-bad
If only
touch?
I could be pierced once more by those fierce, ice-cold eyes. Oh, punish me, Teresa, my love!
Wow.
Can we make it so that he doesn't get any more supplies?
Lady Teresa, my life is for you.
Wow.
Simp. Bloody simp. For a heart full of infinite sadness, I'll say it again. I love Teresa. I have a feeling that Fee could really get a crowd going. That alone makes him a perfect partner. Does that be so, eh? De Lasso? Grab that. And let me guess here, another dude that I could play a mug match. Okay, I have no idea what a mug match is, but interesting. Grab you? Nothing. Alright, cool. Just figured there'd be something. Catzel. Got it, baby. Kinky. For what? The simp? Shoot. A simp is a simp, of course, In a matter of that course, it's just a simp. What are you doing, my dude?
I can't believe the demon blight has spread into the city now.
Scary times.
Well, the one who caught it was a little girl, so they were able to deal with her before anything bad happened. But the problem was
what do you mean
that the
deal
demon
with
girl's
her?
mother tried to hide her.
That's only human nature.
These are dangerous times. We dare not let our emotions control us. One person's selfishness could endanger the entire community.
Oh, right.
Thankfully,
yeah, we're definitely getting a mother-daughter, found family sort of situation
mother
here.
Went mad and killed him in
like
retribution.
what you usually see
What
with
makes it all
dogs
the
that
more
like
alluring
lose a litter
I heard the man
and
she
like
killed
they
was
get to
a
raise a
fellow she was
kitten or
actually
something.
thinking about
It's
marrying.
really cute to
The
hear
daughter had been
about,
dead
but
set
like it's
against her
super
mother
dark when you
remarrying.
think about it.
You can taste the irony.
That's horrible.
She had it coming. If there's anything worse than demons, it's people who can't control themselves.
Ugh, this guy's super dark. There was a mother and daughter who wouldn't listen to reason, that's all. Jeez. I mean, this whole entire thing isn't about reason, right? It's all about other stuff. God dang, this, like, seriously, there's a lot of, like, people talking. They're just a talking. And they just keep on walking. Alright, my dude, what are you doing? Right here? No. I totally mixed that up. So over here then? No. God dang it. Oh! It's a book.
It's a book titled Words and Deeds of the Hero King. The king declared, "My people, you must always live with great vigor and hold hope for the world and for our future. Man can turn reason into disorder, but also can we surpass it? Our true power is in transcending the possible to achieve the ideal. My people, you must live without hesitation. Hold hope in your hearts. Hold hope for tomorrow.
Transcending the possible to achieve the ideal.
Lord Artorius, I have successfully translated all of the documents left by your predecessor. However, I have concluded that, for the time being, it is impossible to form pacts with all 4 Empyreans.
As I feared. Not even my predecessor could achieve more than 2. I suppose using the 5th Empyrean is my only option.
Is that even acceptable? Doing so would require...
I will do whatever needs to be done. I betrayed my teacher. I betrayed the mission he gave his life for, that he entrusted in my hands. For a time, I thought I could bear the weight of my sins and go on living, with Celica by my side. But now, she's gone.
Yes.
Man can turn reason into disorder, but also can we surpass it? Our true power is in transcending the possible to achieve the ideal. I must bring about the ideal world. I couldn't protect the people I loved, but this, at least, I will accomplish.
Arthur?
Huh? What is it, Velvet?
Were you just talking to someone?
No, I was just thinking out loud.
Oh, okay. I finished making dinner. Tonight is prickle boar stew. Plenty of meat, but not too heavy.
Sounds great. Let's hurry on back home, then.
God, I miss Velvet when she had hope in her eyes.
I don't know exactly what all that means, but it kinda sounds nice.
I suppose. Actually, it doesn't make much sense to me either. It's too dense for me.
She's got some idea. She really does. Okay.
Scout.
So that was a kind of really sad thing to see for Velvet. Just seeing how the way that she used to be is just like really sad, because like she been through a lot. Our poor little Velvet. All right, what are you talking about? Mother Death again?
If you go north from Helleves, you'll come upon the Faldes ruins, which are Abbey property. Mainly, it's used as a checkpoint for hauling ore that's extracted out of Mount Killerhouse. But between you and me, I hear the Abbey also uses it as a prison camp.
A prison camp? Are they capturing demons?
Heavens no! The demons they kill on sight. No, these prisoners are human criminals. Not long ago, this woman killed someone and locked herself up in the sanctuary. I hear she got hauled off to the camp.
Why do you think the Abbey would use the ruins for a prison camp?
Who knows? Maybe they need a place to deal out their harshest punishments. The Abbey's not known to be forgiving, after all. But these are just nasty rumors I heard. Of course, I don't believe a word of it.
So, Diana was a girl-turned-demon who was killed by an exorcist. And her mother Medissa hated the Abbey for it. And the Abbey is using the Faldes ruins up north as a prison camp.
It's a lot like what happened to Kamawana, isn't it? It's natural for a mother to love her own child. To make that a crime.
What I'm curious about is the use of the word receptive to describe Medissa.
So long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn. If our interpretation of that ancient book is right, it likely means she's receptive to Innominat's power.
Meaning they brought Medissa to those ruins where there's an Earth Pulse point, and then they made her into a Therian.
That would certainly put all the pieces together, yep. Plus, if this Therian the Abbey created already hates them, that's all the better for us.
Yeah, I imagine she'd be willing to work with us. Although, it sounds almost too easy. Did I jinx it? I just jinxed it, didn't I?
Probably, but we won't find out until we try.
True. Let's head for the ruins.
And don't worry, you totally jinxed it.